Hi, I'm Steph.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and we're from Exceptional Nutrition and Resumes. So, because this is a video interview, what should I wear?
So even though it is a video interview, it is still very important to look presentable and professional. So even though you generally are only seen from here up, you should still wear your full professional gear. Your hair should be pulled back off your face for females. A little bit of makeup, just making yourself very presentable and minimal, basically. So when you get your email from the company saying you've been successful, you'll have a link in the email to follow, which will take you through to the testing site. It allows you to fill out personal details, your name, your phone number, your email. They're just reconfirming all your details before you move on to the assessment. After you do this, you'll generally move on to a practice interview before you actually go on to the real interview.
So next we're going to talk about the structure of the video interviews. Basically, you generally will get a practice question. This does vary on the organisation though. Some are happy to give you multiple practice questions. Some give you practice questions that you can actually watch back so you can see how you come through on the actual recorded video footage. And then other companies, they might not actually let you watch your practice back. So we've had a few different experiences with what companies are after. But yeah, basically you will get a practice question before you get to start your real one.
The questions do vary between organisations. Some you'll get more questions than others. The type of questions will also vary. So generally you'll get either company-specific personal kind of questions and behavioural questions. Some you may just get behavioural questions, some you may just get company-specific ones. It really depends what the organisation is. So the company-specific, more personal ones, they're more questions like, what are your values? How do your values align with the company's values? They can also include things, questions such as, why do you want to work for us? What makes you, how do you differentiate from the rest of the competition? They're an opportunity for you to show your knowledge on the company, whilst also showing how you fit within that company and highlighting your own personal strengths, values, attributes, making you stand out from the crowd. The next kind are behavioural, which we've done in university, most of us would have done in university. The behavioural questions are generally questions that look at past behaviour so that the recruiters can predict future behaviour. They'll include questions like, give us an example of a decision you had to make under time pressure. What was the situation? What was the outcome? Or what recent examples are there of a time you've had to take active steps to improve your own performance? How did you accomplish this? What was the result? So these are more you-focused and your performance-focused. Generally, they will tell you how they want you to answer them. Some companies have specific formats, but it's always good to use the STAR format, which is situation, task, action, and result. If they tell you to answer in a specific format, use their format. If not, try to stick to that STAR format. So can you tell us a little bit about the timing of the interviews and any time limits we might experience whilst we're partaking in them?
So basically they'll generally give you two sort of separated things. So you'll have a preparation time and you'll have an actual answer time for your questions. Now your preparation time, they'll show you the question and you'll get a certain amount of time to prepare to answer it. So this time can actually range between 10 seconds and a few minutes. So basically during this time you kind of think back on what you know about the organisation and you prepare your answer. You can eventually, you can actually click start to start your recording early if you're ready to answer the question, if you're prepared enough, and then move straight on into answer time. Now for your answer time as well, that does vary between sort of different organisations, so you'll just need to keep in mind that you need to get all of your points across before you run out of time. So one more thing to consider as well is that some will be automatic and some will be manual in moving on to the next question. So once your time is up with that first question, they could automatically move on to the second question and you could go straight into your prep time for that question. So you just need to be prepared just for what exactly might happen, or you might have the opportunity to stop and pause and click next to move on to the next question when you're ready. So general tip number one is always look at the camera when you're recording. If you start going like this and thinking, I don't know, or start reading your notes, they can see that you're unprepared or that you're just not interested.
Tip number 2, make sure you do your research before your video interview. Know your company, know their goals, their objectives, their values, know about their culture. That way you're prepared to answer any questions they can give you. You're also able to, before your interview, link the company to yourself so you have that stronger interview when you're presenting it. General tip number 3, don't fiddle throughout your interview.
And just don't touch your hair. Thank you for watching today.
And we wish you the best of luck in your video interviews.